Good afternoon, Kelly.
Well, hello. How are you?
We are doing great. Thank you so much for jumping on with us today. I'm super excited.
Oh, I am too. I am too.
You look
This is so
amazing
cool.
always.
I love your bun. I was going to do a bun and then I just haven't. I'm like, yeah. I have a workshop to teach later, so I'm like, all right, I better not mess with my hair.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. One of my corporate clients. I love doing that. Yeah, it's fun.
Well, just because we're going to have a lot of new folks with us today, including your audience and our audience kind of merging together. I thought that I would just start with a yes. We do have makeup bags, and for anybody out there, if you brought a few little products with you to your desk, or if you're tuning in from your vanity area, whatever. Um, Also, we don't ever wanted to shoo away the men that are on this broadcast. We have some tips and tricks for you as well. And of course, Midori scans all sorts of personal care products, including the blossoming and burgeoning men's skincare and makeup scene. So, but Kelly, I guess we could take a step back and we could just say, how did you get into this space, and basically just a little brief intro for our group.
So I've been doing this for many years. So I came to it like almost accidentally. I was pregnant with my second son, who's now 15, and I started getting these emails from the California legislator Dan Jacobson on, toxins and plastics, the phthalates and BPA, and anyway, that kind of started my journey. I won't get into my whole story, and then that sort of made me realize, okay, now there's the toxins in like the plastics that I'm using on, like, because I also had a 3-year-old at the time, and then the products, and then I learned how toxic Johnson and Johnson, the baby shampoo that I was washing his hair with, and so it just kind of evolved, but it was quite a process. And then I started my own blog, but I was also writing for like magazines and websites, and the more I learned, the more I became really passionate about sharing the message. So that kind of started my journey. And then, I started taking a very holistic approach, and I was actually in network television before I had kids. And then I realized, it's not, reducing toxic load is huge, but it's also nutrition and like all the 7 pillars of health. So that's when I also decided, definitely want to get this information to the masses, but also coaching to help people understand it. It's really confusing, and that's why I love the Midori app. So I'm really excited to talk about it, because people are overwhelmed and confused. They're like, okay, I know there's toxins in products, but what's really harmful, what's not, what's really trustworthy, what's not, because there's so much greenwashing. People know there's misleading information, but they're not. So and of course, greenwashing, just quickly for you guys, is when companies say they're clean and green and pure, and they have like the pretty botanical Midori can help with that, but also just knowledge. So it help people reduce toxic load, but also, it's nutrition. And, a lot of people want to lose weight. Well, yes, we help you get your nutrition on point. So you're fat burning without restriction or counting calories. I don't believe in any of that. But a lot of people don't realize that the toxins also really mess with your metabolism, and they can increase fat cells. They can make fat cells bigger. And people are shocked to find that out. So, it's like, why not just switch your products? And if that helps you, stop some of that weight loss resistance, all the better, and then it also, we know that, a lot of the toxins are carcinogens. So of course that leads to cancer, but they're also endocrine disruptors. So that can mess with any number of your endocrine system. Neurological issues, autism has been on the rise hugely over the last 20 years. Infertility issues, I know you guys are working with fertility doctors. Many fertility doctors are realizing they are, advising their clients to reduce toxic load, because it has a direct correlation. And then of course, metabolism and the weight, but anything like your endocrine system is, most of the processes in your body. So it's like Russian roulette. I always say, it's like, well, if you're going to use these toxins, who knows what is going to, and I have Hashimoto's. I am convinced it's from years of toxic load, because I didn't know about it until, 10 years ago. So actually many years ago in the 90s, I remember, before I even had kids, I kind of was understanding certain things. I remember like using the crystal deodorant that really only worked for a few hours. So the great thing too, now there's so much more on the market. Like, you have choices. There's not, even just 5 or 7 years ago, there wasn't a lot. It was hard to find. Now it's just, there's so many great products now.
And it doesn't have to be a super expensive choice.
No, exactly.
A safe,
Yeah.
healthy choice. Of course, if you want to go Luxe, go Luxe.
Yeah.
Of course, if you want to engage in that kind of, splurge, hey, that's what I like to do too. I'm a skincare fanatic. I save a certain percent of my checks each month so I can explore new products, I'm super into Blue Beauty. I attended the Clean Beauty Connect conference, and it was virtual this year, but totally shed a light on Blue Beauty and brands that are focusing on the safety for the oceans, and also then just the transparency, not only of the ingredients list, but also more kind of an eco score, and how their packaging and all the way their supply chain from source all the way to the shelf is responsible and transparent. And so I've been super into that.
That's so good. That's the other thing is, what we're using on our body is trashing the planet. And, so if people care, like, there's so many people up in arms over climate change. And I know there's a lot more to climate change than just toxins. But if what you're using is going down the drain and out, harming the wildlife and the environment, you're contributing to it. So it's really, it's almost a responsibility, I think, to.
Yeah. You want to be conscious, and you have to kind of choose and pick and play your battles. It's super hard. Sometimes hear of people like, I'm going to go, zero plastic, for a week and see how that feels and that kind of thing. So we have a lot of folks on our team that kind of play around with different initiatives and different companies that support that. So
and one step at a time. It doesn't have to be like every little thing makes a difference. So that's another thing. I think people like going green and eco-friendly living, it's so like overwhelming. It doesn't have to be all or nothing, just one step at a time. Every little thing you do does help your health and the environment. And it's like, it's a collective effort.
That's so awesome. Thanks for giving us a little bit of your background. And we were so excited just to partner with you as an influencer, because you are an eco wellness coach. You do work with corporations. You do challenges. You do, programs where people can sign up and get one-on-one consultation.
Yeah.
So this tool, Midori, is a perfect tool for getting started, and then it just can open up a whole other world of people meeting like-minded people, like-minded brands, and like-minded products. So if you don't mind, I thought I would kind of flip the camera here and show some folks what it is Midori looks like, just in a UX perspective, what it actually looks like to use the tool. So I think I'm gonna do a little camera switcheroo here.
Okay.
Just bring it over. So the title of our segment today was "What's in Your Makeup Bag?" So I just brought a few little products out just to show everybody. Just, these are things you have laying around, whether it's skincare or SPF or mascara, face wash, etc. So here we are at Midori.earth. This is our friendly and welcoming landing page. And you can see the simple step is to add our Google Chrome extension. So it's free, and really just to kind of, be as blatantly obvious as possible. We believe making the safe choice should be easy. And that's what our tool and our team and our mission sets out to do. So I know, Kelly, you might have brought a little few things in your makeup bag too, but
yeah,
I wanted to show everybody kind of how it works on a big retailer page. So we do have the capability when you're shopping on Ulta, Sephora, some of these other retailers here, our tool works. So you'll be able to, once you've downloaded the tool, then you can come back over to your favorite place to shop. So this for me, and this is, I'm doing kind of like for the sake of time, just the most kind of intense example here. So this is a lipstick, from Too Faced, a Lady Bold cream lipstick. You know, love lipstick, love wearing it, love creamy. So you'll see that this little Midori, once you have the tool installed, Midori pops up and it says that there were 16 alerts found. So I'm going to click on my little Midori score and whoa, this is actually a 0 of 100. And here's the thing, it doesn't mean that it's a bad product. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't use the product. It just means that you may have certain sensitivities that you've clicked in your profile that is scoring this accordingly. So I just wanted to zero in on some of the, and I've checked kind of everything to show up for me in my profile, but here, this is where you can kind of see where certain alerts come in, whether it's a skin sensitivity issue, or maybe you're working on, you know, you and your partner are in a fertility journey. Maybe you're looking at products specifically for your baby, or during, while you're, you know, in utero, that kind of thing. So these are the types of things that pop up and help inform our Midori score. What's great is you can add this product to your wish list. You can check out a little bit more about the irritants. So let's see, I'm, you know, in a stage of my life where I'm super sensitive to hormone disruptors at this point. So I can click and I can see, you know, what type of hormone disruptor this is. I can then also click, and what's awesome is I can see alternative products are served right up there for me that would offer a higher score for a similar price. So again, we just are about transparency, ingredient democracy, and transparency, so folks can get educated on what exactly is in their products, and if they are in a scenario where they want to reduce toxic load, or if they're in a position where they can work on that. Here's also, I just love our site because we have so many cool things. We've kind of done a little bit of the work for you. So example, this is like one of our featured blog posts. It's 10 super clean products at Sephora that don't have clean at Sephora label. So if y'all are Sephora, you know, savvy, you know that they do have that that label that can stand out. So here we scroll down and we see, wow, look, we have skin laundry that scored a 93. It doesn't even have the clean label. So we've gone through, and our team has gone through and done a you know, in-depth research, found the Midori score, ranked it, and kind of given you guys fast links. So not only is our extension really awesome to use, but you can follow us on Instagram, check back, look at our blogs, and we're always kind of trying to find the latest and greatest and do some reviews for you. And we love to hear your feedback too once you guys start using the tool. It kind of gets smarter and smarter, almost kind of like a Netflix thing, the AI. So you can save products to your wish list. And then also you can add a product to your routine. So if we were in more of the skincare world, I could add it to my routine. And then I could see if any of the products that I were using were actually, you know, because of the ingredients like AHA or salicylic acid or something like that, if they weren't supposed to be used together. So it's a lot of science. It's a lot of cool, like, AI in the background, and our team is just, you know, so excited for this to really be in the hands of conscious consumers. And, you know, when you pay you know, your good money for these products, then you want to know as much information as you can. And so we just hope our tool is able to kind of lend a hand with that. And Kelly, we just appreciate any feedback that you have, or If you've thought of any questions or anything in your makeup bag that you want to show.
I did. I brought my makeup bag. You know, by now I use all clean. Like you were saying, lipstick. I love lipstick, and it's so great that, you know, like this is one of my favorites, pure, 100% pure.
Yes.
They
Okay.
have great lipstick, and I also love lip gloss. I like the glossy. Pure Haven is a great gloss. Um, I'm also like, I don't like foundation. I just use a little bit to cover things up, but I find that it makes me look older. Like, just
Yeah. If
keep
it's
it simple, you know what I mean? But I did the 100% pure foundation. The very light water foundation is good. I use that, but I like to keep it simple, but I do like mascara. It's like I'm a lipstick, lip gloss, mascara, you know, maybe a little eyeshadow. I like Ilia. There's a couple of mascaras I do like, but that's a good one. Honest Company has a great mascara too. And I like Pacifica. Oh, and then I love eyeshadow. I just love it. This is one of my favorite palette recently. It's PYT. It's just,
Oh, wow.
this
Okay.
one is so pretty. Just like, you know, neutrals, whatever, but that's what I like, kind of the this is a great line. I mean, there's so many, but those are just a few of my favorites.
So how can people find you? Because I know you have your a Facebook group. I mean, you're kind of everywhere. You even have a podcast.
Yeah, I am. So yes, here on Instagram, of course. And yeah, I do have a Facebook group, Savvy Girls Organic World on Facebook. Welcome to join it. And you know, I have a few free guides. Like I have an eco-friendly living guide, and then I have, you know, how to clean your beauty routine guide. And I have, you know, like I'm big on, you know, reducing toxic load, but also metabolism. A lot of women come to me because they've got that, you know, especially you know, the perimenopausal, menopausal weight gain or weight loss resistance. So I have a guide of, you know, my 5 tips to boost up your metabolism. Like there's certain things that you can do, because a lot of women find that the same things aren't working that worked in their 20s and 30s, and it's a different time of life. But it doesn't have to. You know, my passion is to help women realize you don't have to throw in the towel. It is not just because you're over 40, over 50, you know, you can still feel great and be, you know, fit back into the clothes you like. And reducing toxic load is a big part of that. You know, a lot of people, when they when they learn, oh my gosh, the toxic load is doing that to my health and that to my waistline, it's like it just opens up a whole new
Yeah, it's a
world.
different conversation
Yeah,
when, you know, different stages in your life. And I'm glad you mentioned this 100% pure. I switched over to Amazon. I mean,
ah,
and through the pandemic, you know, people are turning more and more to online delivery
yeah,
services, and they're adding more and more products every day. So even 100% pure has products available on Amazon.
yes,
And look, I mean, it's just amazing. Their score 86 out of 100. So you can feel confident. You can research a little bit more, you know, kind of what made it that. Okay, look, it's a couple of irritants that we see. Okay, look, there's rosemary and thyme. Okay, who would be offended by that? Nobody. It's not saying that it's because every product doesn't get 100 out of 100. It just, if you're sensitive to those ingredients, or maybe
yeah,
you're using something else that would, you know, inflame or incense that, you could add it to your routine and then start cross-checking.
yeah,
Because we know that we all use, you know, upwards of, I guess the average is maybe, you know, 12 personal care products a day that interact and cross-reference and do
right,
different things on our skin and in our bodies. So
yeah. I know, and that's like such a good point. Something might be completely clean, not toxic at all, but if you're sensitive to it or allergic to it, like one of my clients was allergic to tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is fine unless it's going to cause problems for you.
right.
But that's such a great point. And yeah, I have vetted and researched many companies over the year, you know, and what I give my clients customized, you know, routines and stuff. But I have on my website, if you go to kellybonanno.com and click clean beauty, I've got a whole list of, but it's good to cross reference. And also the other thing is, you know, when I work with someone, we get a little more personalized, but you know, there's varying shades of green, I always say. And the thing I like about Midori is it pinpoints just where you're at. because, you know, some people are okay with safer, cleaner, but others are like, no, botanical, 100, you know, and it kind of depends. So, and I also say like no green shaming. Like if you're okay with one that's say pretty clean, but okay, maybe it has a couple of not toxic things, but there are some ingredients that are questionable, or, you know, some would say I'd never use it and others would say, you know what, it's fine. So it, you know, it's all a personal choice, really.
Mm-hmm. And it's just about getting that information out there.
Yeah.
So
But if you guys want any of those guides, or like, you know, a complimentary consultation, just DM me. And you can also go to my profile, and then you hit that my link, and a lot of that stuff drops down, including the Midori app.
this is so awesome. Thank you so much. I was on a IG live with you yesterday
Oh
for a
yeah, with Dr.
whole
Alpha.
other different.
Wow.
So I know you're kind of going live to live, and that makes perfect sense with TV being in your background. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. I know our folks are going to really appreciate the information and the extra resources. This is just like the scratch of the
Right, right. Yeah, we have so much more to talk about, that's for sure. Like, because we're gonna probably do a series, so you guys, like, let us know what questions you have, what topics you want us to cover. Like, we can get real, you know, granular about certain topics, and certain, even just certain like
Yeah,
products, you know, and like talk about several great lipsticks or what have you, you
I
know.
dive in more to that obesogens category because
Yes,
I'm
yes.
a I'm a student of this, and I had never really tackled that. And you know, that's an issue for everybody at certain points in their life.
Yeah,
So
we really should talk about that. That's a big part of what I do, and let's do that soon, because that's a it's kind of one of those things that even people that are really into the green living don't realize the connection. And in fact, I have a free challenge coming up in a couple weeks. It's how to kick sugar. I mean, sugar really wreaks havoc on definitely your weight, but your health and your skin. It causes glycation. So, you know, us clean beauty lovers, we want, you know, one of the goals is to look better and enhance our skin, and
yes.
sugar doesn't do that. But, you know, there's so many great little sweet treat alternatives that don't wreak havoc on your health and your skin. So you can go to my the link in my bio for that as well, or just DM me.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll wrap it up for today. And for everybody that joined, we're so glad that
Yeah.
you're part of our community. And we just look forward to getting to know everybody personally and what their interests are. Like we said, we're going to keep this as a series, and we hope to see you guys back soon. So thanks a lot.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Kate.
Bye.